Jack McBain, you are now NHL's public enemy number one. That's it, straight up. We had ourselves an update from 30 minutes ago from the Washington Capitals PR team. Take a look at this. Washington Capitals captain Alex Ovechkin underwent further evaluation with team doctors. It was confirmed that Ovi has a fracture to his left fibula and is anticipated to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Oh boy. This throws an entire monkey wrench into our collective NHL fans' minds as to what the goal record was going to look like. Never mind the fact that the Washington Capitals are a good team this year. Alex Ovechkin had a pretty big part as to why that went down. But man, oh man, Jack McBain is this guy, the number one enemy amongst all NHL fans right now at the moment. Even giving some other shoutouts here too. Look at this tweet by Eric. He had it first. Dr. Harjas Gruwal. Concern MCL injury for Ovi. Time off depends on the grade, and although it is hard to gauge grade by video, there wasn't an extreme amount of inward stress, so hopefully grade 1 or 2 and max 4 to 6 weeks out. I will add that the torn ACL is also possible, but highly unlikely based off of Dr. Gruwal's assessment. So yeah, pretty accurate here. 4 to 6 weeks. Left fibula fracture for Alex Ovechkin on the knee-on-knee hit by Jack McBain. Anyone else not know how to feel? I'm so sad, but it feels like the best case. One thing is certain, Jack McBain will pay. Now, of course, best case, they're not referring to the injury itself, they're referring to the timeline of the injury. We are thankful, we are grateful, it's 4 to 6 weeks and not 4 to 6 months for Alex Ovechkin. The man who, at this stage of his career, at 39 years old, has gone out there with 7 goals in his last 5 games and 11 goals in his last 10. Ovi has 15 goals in 18 games on the year. Over a full 82, that would be a 68-goal pace. Never mind the 114-point pace. That number would be a career high. He has never eclipsed 114 points in a season in the past. His overall career high is 112. But Alex Ovechkin is on pace to doing that and more this season, alongside of a goal record that would have put him at the very top of the league in terms of all-time goals. Jack McBain, screw you, buddy. I'm not going to go out there and say that I haven't had a love-hate affinity relationship with Jack McBain, because throughout the years he was a pretty good acquisition for me in my fantasy leagues. I'd been telling y'all, but like, a bunch of my leagues the past little while have been hit-based and block-based and stuff, so guys like Jack McBain had usually come up as pretty underrated pickups. But Jack McBain is 24 years old, 6'4", 212, center, left wing. I don't know if you can hear, but there are police in the background buzzing their sirens here in Vancouver. So yeah, kind of appropriate for the course for Jack McBain. But this is a goon, man. He goes out there and gets 20 points a year. He has a whole bunch of hits a year. This season he has actually produced a little bit more, so I won't discredit him. He's on pace for 23 goals. But wow, this is going to be a guy that a lot of people around the hockey world just band together and throw mud at, I guess you could say. Not that he's not effective at what he does, he is. It's why he injured Alex Ovechkin. But this guy, if the worst case scenario would have happened, let's say Ovechkin missed 4 to 5 months, or he missed half the year, or he missed the rest of the year, and then it bled into next season or whatever, if any of that went down, Jack McBain would go down in infamy as the guy who ended Ovechkin's career. The guy who put Ovechkin in a spot to not be able to break that illustrious goal record. It could have been a lot worse, I will say, but wow, does it not feel good that Alex Ovechkin is going to miss 4 to 6 weeks because of a hit thrown out by Jack McBain. In fact, if you go over to some of the other tweets here, take a look at this. Frank Saravelli tweeted out that Alex Ovechkin has only missed 35 games due to injury in his 20-year career. All the other games he missed were due to suspension and the All-Star, because, you know, remember, he wouldn't show up for the All-Star games and he would get suspended for a game because he would not participate. He was an interesting guy in that respect. And COVID. He's out 4 to 6 weeks with a fractured left tibia, according to the All Caps, and he's likely to miss upwards of 50% of that total in one shot now. The guy only missed 35 games due to injury in his 20-year career, and now he's going to miss maybe, let's say, 20 of those games now. He's going to add on an extra amount to this grand small total. Ay, ay, ay. Jack McBain, buddy, what are you doing? If you wanted to go over to the goal record as well, we can talk about this here. So, a lot of people were speculating as to whether or not Ovechkin could beat the Gretzky goal record in a fewer amount of games, because Wayne Gretzky had 894 goals in 1,487 games. Ovechkin had 868 goals in 1,444 games. If you do the math here, what is the goal production? So, Ovechkin had 15 goals in 18 games, almost a goal a game. That's incredible. .833 goals per game this season. If you also do the math, what is 1487 minus 1444? That is 43 games. So if we take 43 games and we multiply that out by .83 points per game, or goals per game, excuse me, Ovechkin would have had about 36 goals had he gotten up to Gretzky's 1487 games played number. And if you add 868 to 36, 868, that would have been at 903 goals. Yeah, so Ovechkin's goal pace on this season would have seen him overtake Wayne Gretzky in a fewer amount of games played. He would have had 894 goals in, let's say, the 1480 mark rather than the 1487 mark. That's just a rough estimate. Of course, though, this amount of goals is crazy. Like, you cannot go out there and realistically project anybody to consistently maintain a .833 goals per game rate throughout the year. I mean, it's kind of funny because Ovechkin isn't the only guy who has been doing this. If you go over to the league and you see who else has been putting up goals, I mean, Sam Reinhart, Draisaitl, Kaprizov, these guys have been putting the puck in the back of the net, but Ovechkin is number one. It's 2025. This guy was drafted 20 years ago, and he's still number one in the league in goals. Now he's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks, about maybe a month and a half's worth of play, and hopefully he's still going to be able to get back up to speed and start producing goals by the end of everything on 24-25. I will say, though, the Washington Capitals have been making it very easy for Ovechkin to produce these goals. With Lindstrom and Connor McMichael going out there and doing their thing, Strome especially is like the reincarnate of Nick Backstrom. It's kind of ridiculous how good the chemistry has been there. But also, as we had talked about in a video a few days ago, thinking about how the Washington Capitals have brought the best out of Lindstrom, this is a guy that was supposed to be a top-of-the-line player back in 2015 when he was drafted behind McDavid and Eichel. He was never able to fulfill that, and now he finally is. He is on pace for 127 points and 100 assists on the year. Sure, that assist number is probably going to go down since he doesn't have Ovechkin to keep on passing it to, but the Caps are still a pretty good team, and ultimately, they're going to be able to find results no matter what. It's just losing out on the top goal scorer in the NHL is certainly a hit, and I don't think anybody's going to go out there and forgive Jack McBain, of all people, anytime soon because of it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Alex Ovechkin and the terrible injury news that we have received. What are your thoughts on Jack McBain and his entire reputation around the league? If everything goes as poorly as it could have, this guy could have been living the rest of his career in infamy. Seriously. Like, imagine hearing if Ovechkin's career ended up getting extremely cut short to the point that he wasn't able to beat that goal record. I still think he's going to get that goal record. I mean, he also does have another year in his contract to get it all done. But, like, imagine if Ovechkin doesn't break the goal record at this point. Everybody is going to be tossing out the biggest what if Jack McBain didn't do that of all time. This is going to be a really, really dangerous moment in Jack McBain's NHL career, and I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alex Ovechkin, injury update. Does he still break the goal record? When does he get it done? Thoughts in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.